So here in this training, you will learn and practice of the teaching methodologies and also other things that are related to teaching. Yeah. For before class, I would want everyone to have the turn to do the ice breaking. Yeah, the ice breaking before we start the class. So everyone has to prepare ice breaking like 1 or 2 minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, and then before we start our class, I will want you to perform the ice breaking. Okay? So don't worry, this is going to be my first turn. Okay, and then later we will do so much of group works and also sharing ideas. Yeah, I stand here doesn't mean that I know everything, but I will share what I have learned so far, and expect you to also share yours. Okay, maybe your experience in dealing with children are more than I am. So maybe I know some things, but you know more things. So that's why we're here. And then there will be like around 24 meetings. Okay, in meeting 9 and 10 and 16 and 17 and after meeting 24, you will have a presentation, teaching presentation. Yeah, so you were expected to teach on to have the peer teaching on 2 of the most topics. Yeah, numbers and language. Yeah, even if you're not teaching English in your class, you're expected to learn to teach like with the cross-curricular theme for like teaching math and English, teaching science and English, teaching art and English. Yeah. So and later for all of our meetings, at the end of the meetings, you will have an assignment to do. It could be a group assignment or individual assignment, the one that you can upload to IV training department using Google Drive. Okay, I will give you the address later. Yeah, and so this is going to be our first meeting about the educational psychology, principles of teaching, and theories of learning. Okay, before we start, okay, I want everyone to prepare, or just to have it at the back of your mind, 2 things about you that is correct, that is true, okay, and and 1 thing about you that is wrong, okay, 1 thing about you that is wrong, and later we will share, and 1 person share it, and the other person is trying to guess it whether it is true or not. Okay? Yeah, just relax, okay? Just relax. Just relax, okay? Here, I also, we're going to discuss most in this class about children aging 0 to 5 years. Yeah? Most of them is going to be like early childhood education, and also about from preschool to kindergarten. Okay? But later you will also exposed to the STEM and also food is going to be online. Okay, so you will have, although we emphasize more on early education, but we will also expose it so you know how to teach also with the higher grader. Okay? Okay, now let's start. 2 truths and 1 lies. It's going to be our ice breaking today. So 3 minutes enough? Yeah. 2 things that are true about you and 1 thing that is wrong about you. Later, it's up to you whether you want to share the right thing or the wrong thing. The job of everyone in the class is to guess, is it true or is it not? Yeah. We'll see how good you are knowing your friends. Okay? I give you 3 minutes. You can prepare, you can write it with your cell phone or write it with the piece of paper, or you just want to write it at the back of your mind, that's all right. Okay, who wants to share first? Okay, I'll share first. Guess yeah. I like blue. Do you think it's true or not? I like blue. True. True or not? True? No, I like pink.
That's your battle is pink.
Yeah, I'm choosing blue.
But I love pink.
Okay, anyone else want to share? Ayo, come on. Okay, yeah.
Hello, my name is India. I'm from Surabaya. I'm single and I like coffee. Let's guess. Can you guess what's the wrong?
Okay, do you think she likes coffee?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I like coffee.
Okay. Next one. You have another two. One more. Want to share? Okay, Miss.
Some of people say that I am a patient person. Is it true or not?
Okay, do you think she's patient?
Yes.
Yes. No? I don't know. Okay. So, is she patient or not, everyone? Yes. Is it true, Miss Leah?
No.
Okay, one more. One more. Volunteer. Can I help? Okay, Miss. Okay, Miss. Do you think she likes drawing? Yes. Yes. No.
Yes.
It's okay to say no. Okay. Do you think she likes? Do you think she likes drawing? Yes. Is it true? Okay. Okay. Give him a first one. All right. One thing that I forgot. The classes are mostly the participants is going to be mostly of our teachers, IT school teachers. But here in this class we have 2 teachers, 2 education enthusiasts, 2 people who are really thinking of education as something recap. Okay, would you like to? Okay, we'll start with the introduction first. Yeah. I forgot. Okay, we're going to start from this. Name and what do you teach?
So, hello everyone. I am Miss Irene and I teach science and CCT.
Okay.
Everyone, my name is Mr. Christine. I teach kindergarten, K1A, and then also business Indonesia.
Please.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Michelle and I teach preschool.
Please. Second.
Hello everyone. My name is Nastasia. So in here I teach kindergarten, computer and science.
Hello, my name is India Sani, but you can call me Ninin. I am a trainer.
Hi everyone, my name is Aslia and I teach in K2A, EKN and Bahasa Indonesia.
Okay. Next.
Hello everyone. My name is Miss Marisko. I teach in preschool.
Hello everyone, my name is Sherry. I teach K1 and
Please.
Okay, hi everyone, my name is Marco. I teach English, CCT and English.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Anaka. I teach kindergarten, IPS and Bahasa Indonesia. Hello everyone, my name is Nana. I am kindergarten teacher, English teacher, and also Mandarin teacher.
Hi everyone, my name is Miss Rosa. I teach kindergarten, Bahasa Indonesia and Mathematics.
Okay, hi, my name is Dea and I teach kindergarten and IPA.
Hello, my name is Miss Christine. I teach kindergarten, computer and mechanics.
Hello everyone, I am Sylvia Monica. You can call me Sylvia or Monica. I have a business in learning centers, especially now in music. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Give another applause for us. Yeah. So we're going to start our class today. First, if you heard of the word education, what do you have in mind? What do you have in mind? Miss Christine, what do you have in mind? Education.
Something that we can learn, something is
Okay, something that you gotta learn to teach. Anyone else?
Knowledge,
Yes?
knowledge,
Knowledge. Anyone else? Education. School, exactly. That's what I'm going to. Anyone else?
It's someone else.
Teach someone else. Teach someone else. Okay, it's education also. Yeah. So, as we know, the thing that we're going to learn today is about education psychology. It is covering all of the field and the theories that is involved in education, in all educational setting. Educational setting would be schools, from preschool to university, or the place that you get like enrichment, and or even the family. Yeah, it could be like courses also. That's where the educational setting is. As we know, these three things, the educational psychology, principles of education, and theories of learning, are combined as one. Okay? Because educational psychology itself takes a lot of theories that comes from the theories of learning and also the principle of education. Yeah. So now we go first with the principles of education. Okay. In your handout, right? There are like 10 factors in principles of education. Okay? So here we have equality and equity. Yeah, equality is okay. Yeah. Yes. Equality is. So in education, everyone has the right to get education. Yeah, and also the equity is like they all have the uniqueness. Education has to be able to facilitate all the uniqueness that the student have. Okay, access and inclusion. Everyone has to have the access for education, and also even for those who are probably special needs, they have also the right to have the educational system or study to be tailored as the way they need it. Because we know with the special education, they are not different from us. They just see things from different point of view. That's how it's going on with education. Yeah, that's how we are. That's how education is going with the special education. And then holistic development. What is holistic development? Holistic development is that. So education has to be able to support the development in all areas, so holistically, right? And also with the individualization and differentiation, because we know that each person, each of our students are learning in their own way, and also may learn better in some way. Okay, some students are learning better when they listen to you explain. Some students learn better when you show them pictures. Okay, and also that's why we need to differentiate. We need to give them like different instructional strategies, different instruction. Okay, so in the end, they will achieve their utmost. And also lifelong learning means, what does it mean, lifelong learning? You will never stop learning unless you die, right? Lifelong. So we have to be able to use these principles of education to help our students to love learning, because it's going to be a lifelong journey. For as long as you live, you learn, right? For example, I'm this big, but still yet I have to learn about about the technology that's come next, right? We have AI coming out, so we have to learn more about it. That's completely, the whole new world is going to change everything that we know right now. Okay, probably we're not going to have those kind of pictures now, because we have AI to do that, it's better, right? So that's how learning never stops. Okay, now the next one is the critical thinking and problem solving. Of course, you have to teach our students this thing, yeah, because if you know about like the P21, where all the big companies are gathered together and they formulate what skills are required in the 21st century, this becomes one of the most important: critical thinking and problem solving. So we have to teach our students how to be able to see things critically, to have the critical thinking on matters of life, and also to be able to help to be able to solve the problem that they face. Okay? Social cultural relevance. Yeah. So how these are impacting our education, the social, how we interact with each other, the culture of an area. It also impacts the education of our students. Collaboration and communication. This is also in the P21 skills. So nowadays you don't compete. You collaborate and you have to be able to communicate, right? We've known the result of competition in so many years, probably centuries, right? It did not bring, for those who be able to compete, they survived. How about the others who did not? So that's why we come up with collaboration and communication. You collaborate, right? You work together with people, right? So that you can be able to have a better result than when you compete with each other. Okay? Now we also have to have the assessment and feedback in our principles of education. Yeah, the way we assess on what on which way that we can assess our students and also give them useful feedbacks. Okay. Also, they have to know about the ethical and moral values, which probably nowadays is not really strongly emphasized, right? But still, in our country, it still has like very strong root here. Also, the one that's the end. So this is the key principles of education. The education system that we have right now are what do you call it? Our basis on this kind of the keys, on these keys, right? And then okay. So for any questions? Okay, if you want to read further, it's in the canals. Yeah, so I've summarized it there, so it's easier for you to grasp the gist of it, the whole idea of it. Yeah. Any questions? Now, educational psychology also involves theories of learning. Mostly are behaviorism and cognitive and constructivism. Okay. The other are also impacting, but not as much as these three. Anyone ever heard of behaviorism? Not yet? Yeah. What is behaviorism?
Behaviorism is like when we like transfer the knowledge. For example, we have to do some trial and error to build the rules. For example, if I tell Miss Tasha that she has to put this pen go to the table, and once she do it, I give a reward, and then I ask them several times until I give the pencil and she automatically put it in the table.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So behaviorism, if you ever heard of Skinner and Pavlov, the classical conditioning. Yeah. Pavlov, he tried he conditioned a dog. He was like, in the experiment, he was like, he involves the dog, and then when he rings the bell, he gives the dog food, right? And then after some times, whenever the dog hears the bell, it starts to salivate, right? And then, because he thinks that this next I will be fat. Yeah, so that's behaviorism. Or when you give your students like positive rewards. Okay, if they do good, you give them rewards. If they do bad, you give them punishment. That is behaviorism. So it is like involving everything that will change your that is going to affect your behaviors. Okay, your behavior. Yeah. Now the next one is the cognitive theory. The cognitive theory is a theory that is developed by Piaget and also Vygotsky, if you ever heard, because it is a little bit more well known in this area. Yeah, it developed like, if you ever heard like the zone of proximal development, CPD, right? So he thinks that he thinks that if you a baby who has been But then, to go forward, going to the zone of proximal development, you will need help from other people. You will need help from other people. So the other people is like it's like the other party that helps. And beyond that, it was like the soul that is holding that. So that is this one. Constructivism is kind of like in the middle between behaviorism and cognitive theory. So here, if you ever heard the tabula rasa, ever heard of it? Tabula rasa means that you can change the what do you call that? The behavior of the object by giving them some stimulus. And the cognitive theory disagree with that. So here they think that we all have this one that is called as an innate something that we have since we were born, right? So you can develop that even without the stimulus or the stimuli from the environment that is outside of you. Okay, that is the cognitive theory. Constructivism is kind of like in the middle. So this one stated that you can have this knowledge either from the stimuli or stimulus outside of you or within yourself. So it's kind of like, so that's why in constructivism, everything keeps changing. Everything keeps changing, right? One thing after another is being always, what do you call it, what? It's always being repaired, you know. That is with constructivism. The social learning theory, it emphasizes on demonstrating how individuals learn by observing or imitating others, okay, or imitating an act. Yeah, imitating others' behavior. Yeah. So sometimes when we deal with children, right? We would like okay. Okay, like this. You teach your children, you teach your students how to throw the trash to the trash bin, right? On the first trial, they may not be able to understand it. If you keep on giving them examples, right? Do you think they will do it or not?
Yes.
So they will learn like the social learning. So this is the habit or the skills that you get when you interact socially. Humanistic theory. Anyone ever heard of Maslow? Yeah. Okay. So he emphasizes more on holistic development and learner autonomy in education. So you're like, you do something based on your basic needs, right? Instead of another process. Okay. Now, connectivism. Anyone? Want to share? We are ready. The hands. What is connectivism? So it emphasizes you can adapt and navigate with the rapid changing. This kind of thing. So that's our theories of learning. Okay. Now we go forward to our educational psychology. There are like 8 area of focus. Yeah. The learning theories, it takes the theories of learning here. Okay. Also taking another branch of psychology into it, which is the development psychology. Development psychology deals with the development of human from the day they were born to the day they die. Right? So here we have like John Piaget, like this. As you see in our PDB, right? You have the standard that children age 2, they have to be able to children of 2 years old, what should they be able to do? In language, say. They have to be able to. Okay. Age 2, they have to be able to. H2. Say simple words like mommy or daddy. And H4, in H4, they have to be able to count up to 20. Yeah? So that is the development psychology. So each stage of ages have their own standard to say that, oh, this person or this kid has been through has been fulfilled the developmental goals of their age. Because when they pass it, they did not go through it, it's going to give them difficulties in life. You know, babies have to crawl. If they cannot crawl, you have to make them crawl. Why? Because once they pass it and they directly stand up and learn how to walk, it's going to be something wrong. It's going to be like some differences that is working in their brain. So it's going to influence their development in later ages. Yeah, you see some people like nowadays when we grow up, you see like some of you see like some people are really hard to control their emotions. It has to deal with this. Okay. Yeah. I've read. I watched in Instagram a lot. So if from age 0 to 5, when your kid's crying, we usually as parents like, don't cry. Yeah, because when they cry, they will like yelling and screaming, right? Sometimes parents feel like embarrassed, right? But in that age, you should let them, letting it out, all the emotions, right? When done, it's done. The tantrum is done. Later in their stages of life, they're going to be like, be able to control their emotions better. Yeah. So that's one of the examples that I've seen. Okay. So here we have the cognitive process, also motivation and engagement. Okay. Cognitive process dealing with the cognitive process such as thinking. Yeah. And motivation and engagement deals with the intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. So whether your motive of doing things are influenced by your own needs from deep within you or from your environment. Okay. Now we go with assessment and testing, which emphasize on the development of how we assess and test our students. Okay. Sometimes when you write questions for your students, it's just like that. which is not supposed to be like that. You have to have the purpose. Why do I ask them to color that yellow instead of green? You have to know why. Okay? Or why do you ask them to make these shapes and not the other shapes? What do you want to assess? Okay? What do you want to test? Yeah, this has to be clear today. And also classroom management, of course. Yeah? Here in the special education, we are obliged, we are suggested, we are, if I say demanded, it's not really, it's not that way, but we have to have this planning to deal with students who are special needs. Why? Because they see things differently. Especially my nephew has autism. He got the Asperger syndrome. So whenever he heard when he's like under 5, when he heard the noise, he goes like this. For us, it's normal. For them, it's hurting. So he keeps on like this and says, ah! Okay. So we have to understand why we do that. And also, I've ever seen like a kid. The mother is my friend when we're having this training with the ACT, the Asian College of Teachers. He likes to get into the room and turn off all the lights. Turn off. So the video will be black. We don't know why, but some has the tendency of that. Yeah. Also, this one involves the slow learner. Slow learner is not really the cerebral palsy, ADHD, autism. I forgot the other one. Because that's what is most of our society is having right now. Autism goes with large of range. Yeah. With the Asperger, they really develop one spot in their brain that they're really, really good. My nephew is really, really good in math, actually, but he cannot speak. So he didn't speak. He just learned how to speak when later the sisters came. So when he got sisters, he started to learn how to communicate. Although he can only speak 2 words. Sakit. So everything, if he has troubles, he always says sakit. So anything. And you have to think, right? You have to think like, what is he suffer from? What he needs? But if you give him like math, addition, subtraction, it's really good. And also drawing. We have to have a backup level. And also with the social and cultural influence. Right now, social media is inseparable. Right? So we have to also deal with that when we are in this education technology. Okay? Because new behavior may occur from this. Right? I see things that I don't see when I was small, when I was young back then. Narcissistic syndrome. But no, we have it. And also the fetish. No fetish, right? People would feel like they were having the object doing things that they want to, right? I've never heard of that. I was like 20, 30 years. Maybe they've been there because you have the terms there, but we don't see it like as we did right now. Right? It becomes so popular. No, not popular. It becomes everything's open, right? So we have to also consider that. Okay. Now, so educational psychology takes the theories of learning and also principles of teaching, principles of teaching you, and apply it as a whole. This is what we need to know. Right? Why? Because teacher, you need to know the needs of your students, right? This is 21st century. We're no longer telling them, right, like our teachers back then, takat. And then later you go to test the same thing, right? Now we're encouraged to facilitate. Why? Because if they want to know everything, just click Google and everything's open. Right now, with the new technology, you can even just click on a picture, draw the circle, everything comes out. Okay? AI. So we're no longer, but who is going to direct them to learn the way they should learn? On what amounts that they need to learn A and they need to learn B, right? Who helps them? Us. We are the facilitator. We are. Okay, yeah. So that's why we need to know the education psychology, because the person who influences more to our students is who you influence your students, right? They're the souls entrusted into your care. So that's why this one also includes like the pedagogical content. You have to know, you have to be able to teach them age properly. Yeah, appropriate age. Okay, so 1 year old, you cannot tell them to count up to 20. Okay? Up to 3, that's just great. That kind of thing. Pedagogical content knowledge. You have to know that when you teach them with this book, it is suitable for their age. Yeah? And later, and the last one is the subject matter mastery. You have to be able to go down and do math if you teach and only science. Right? You have to be able to know how the structures of language, or how to write a story, or how to do the storytelling when you teach language. You have to know how to draw the mushroom house, right? When you teach art, you have to know how to combine colors, right? The 3 main colors. Back then I thought green is the main color, but it's not. It's blue, right? Yeah. So that's how to do with the education. Okay. Now we have like 15 minutes, right? Divide yourself into into groups. One group, 4 person. You discuss about this, the one that you have talked about educational psychology, and you share ideas, okay, about your dream school. So later, about your dream school. So later, the one that is going to compile to me is the result of your group. Any questions? No? Yeah, so one group, one ideal school. If you have a school, what kind of school that you would want to be? Is it going to be the whole thing with constructivism, or it's going to be the whole thing with cognitive, or it's going to be only behavior, or you just match them all, or you just going to include them all? And what kind of approach? What kind of teachers? Your dream school. Okay? Alright. You divide yourself. 4 people in one group. If it's possible, you will go with different levels. Go with different levels. Yeah? So not all 3 schools one group now. You have to have kindergarten or K1 or K2 there. Yeah. Okay? And you? Okay, you can start now. We have only 5 minutes.